Hey guys, it's Allie with Chaos Monkey, and I have the Mary Maxim Knit Club unboxing for October. It did show up after the Crochet Club, and it's in a bigger bag. It's pretty good size, if you can see. And let me just see what's going on in here. Oh, there's my receipt. Okay. And once again, it is $14.99 a month, plus for me, $7.95 shipping and handling. And of course, that'll change depending on your location. So for me, it's $22.94 a month. So it's usually a pretty good deal for, you know, $23. So it looks like I've kind of got a hodgepodge in here. Oh my goodness. We got needles. Okay, let's get in here. And if you didn't know, Mary Maxim is a monthly club. They have a knit club and a crochet club. Currently I am in both because they are affordable and I can do both. Looks like we got a variety of yarn. Here, let's get this out of here and get the bag out of the way because it's just going to glare. We're getting all kinds of interesting yarn in these clubs lately. Alright, so first I'm just going to look at the pattern real quick because I'm trying to figure out why we have all of this. So the pattern looks like 2 balls of frothy, and that's Lion Brand. We've got Red Heart and we've got Lion Brand this month. And let me just peek at the pattern to see how many patterns are in here. Looks like Yarnspirations, so I can probably show it to you because if it's a Yarnspirations, it's usually free on their website. So it looks like one pattern is from Mary Maxim, and it looks like this. So they did give you yarn for a couple of projects. And then the second pattern looks like this from Yarnspirations. So that looks pretty interesting, actually. Oh, okay. So let me see. I might be completely messing this up because of the way it was folded together. This, oh, by the way, this is Orange Justice. That's a funny name. Size 5 bulky. And this is 120 yards. 87% acrylic, 13% polyester for the frothy. Oops, let me center that for you guys. It'll focus. That is an interesting colorway. Is it Mykonos for the blue, and Bangkok for this color. So sorry about that, you guys. So this is Bangkok, which is beautiful grays and greens and blues and yellows. And Mykonos or Mykonos is beautiful blues, teals, all bluey blues. So we've got 2 balls of each, and then we've got the frothy, which is definitely Captain, or Orange Justice. I was going to say Captain Justice. So that's cool. We got a lot of yarn this month. And then they gave us hooks. Sorry, I always interchange when I say hooks and needles, so forgive me. We've got needles in size 11, straight needles from Lion Brand in plastic, so that you can use them on this bulky yarn and make these scarves. Also another really good beginner project. I'm thinking. Hold on, let me double check. Let me see what they're doing. It looks like just knit 2 togethers, pass 2 slip stitches over, and some slip stitches. SSK, knit 2 together. It looks pretty basic. So it just depends on when you're doing your increases and decreases that will give you the shaping, but they're pretty basic increases and decreases. So nothing crazy pants there. So, alright, now I'm totally confused. Okay, here it says bias scarf. I might have to edit you guys because I'm totally confusing you. With the frothy. But then when you open it, it says cityscape scarf. So you guys tell me. And then this was folded inside like this. And it also, oh, okay, there's a scarf and a shawl. I did not see that word. So, apparently, and there's the Mykonos and the Bangkok. So, if you want to do the shawl, gosh, this is like writing a thesis paper. Okay. If you want to do the shawl, you need 2 balls each. So that's why they gave us these, because these together, you can make the shawl. And for just the scarf, you need this. So, if you want to do the shawl, you use all 4. The Cityscape shawl. And then for the Cityscape scarf, you just need the 1 ball of any color, 100 grams, 110 meters, up to 120 yards. So that should work for the frothy. So the frothy for the scarf, the 4 balls together for the shawl, and I'm assuming you alternate the colors because that way you get this nice, you can see this is, yeah, this looks like it's the Bangkok in here, and then this of course is the Mykonos for the blue. So you alternate. That would be a good pattern for somebody who hasn't done a lot of color changing and a lot of increases or decreases. This would be a really good pattern for you. Okay, so got it. So their version of bias scarf is also the Cityscape scarf for Mary Maxim. And this is what it looks like when it's in the frothy. So it would be big and squishy in this really bright color. And then you would do the really cool. So yeah, you do. You have 2 projects. So they've been doing that lately. I really appreciate that. So yay. Okay. Got it straight. Got it straight. Hopefully I don't have to edit too much. Yeah, 2 balls each. But in this picture, it is, in case you were wondering, in the pattern picture here for the Cityscape shawl, they're using 2 balls of Sydney and 2 balls of Acapulco. But we are probably going to look like that because we've got 2 balls of Mykonos and 2 balls of, brain fart already, Bangkok. So I'm assuming we're going to look like that. But if you wanted to use the others, there's what it looks like. So awesome. Awesome sauce. So I think I've got it pretty straight. And you need the size 11 needles for this. So for the scarf with the frothy, you need the size 11 needles. It says to use size 10 with the shawl because this is not as thick, I'm assuming, but depending on your gauge, you could probably still use the 11s. But it all depends on your gauge. So, you know, I would just swatch it and see. And yeah, it's only 1 needle size difference. So according to the pattern, they want you to use a 10, which is a 6 millimeter. According to the ball band, they want you to use a 5 millimeter. So they're still going up on the pattern from the ball. Probably because it's going to be fairly tight knit. So having an 11 size, you might end up being able to use it depending on how tight you knit. So just test it out. If you don't have some 10s, just give it a shot and it may work perfectly on the 11s. And you can use the 11s for both if you don't have, you know, a ton of needles. So that's really cool. I don't use straight needles like ever. So I will probably end up saving these for a friend or doing a giveaway, or maybe I will use them. I do use straight needles like for washcloths and for smaller projects. And these are pretty long. These are 14-inch. And they're usually about 10 or 14 inches for straight needles. I don't like using them because things can get really heavy on a straight needle. But since this yarn is so light, I don't think it's going to be a problem. I think you guys are going to be just fine. And it's definitely long enough to put your, most likely the widest part of your scarf on without a problem, which is, I'm sure, why they pick them. So I may use these, I may not. Because what I would normally do is I would use like the size needle requested like on Magic Loop. And then you just have the shorter needle in your hand and then the whole scarf's on the cord instead of on straight needles. But it kind of just depends on your mood and what you feel like working with. And how heavy it's going to be, and I don't think this is going to be heavy at all. So yeah, that's pretty cool. And I do like, it is very, very light. I mean very light, because, did I tell you the content on this one? It's considered a 4, and it is 100% acrylic. So the Colorscape, 100% acrylic, really light on the ball. And then of course the Frothy is that mix of the acrylic and polyester. And if you can see, it's got the Frothy has little loops. And then the Colorscape is more like a twisted, roving type of texture. So that's it for the Mary Maxim Knit Club for October. And yeah, I don't need the needles, but I'm really impressed that they give you the needles, because I guess they're assuming that people may not have size 11s, so they throw them in for you, and that's a really cool thing. And you know, you get the crazy yarns. Like, I would never have bought this off the shelf ever in a million years, but because I have it, I'll probably try it out and see if I can make something fun out of it. And this, I think I have some in stash in a different colorway, and so I've already bought this, but I don't think I've used it. So, and again, I may or may not follow the pattern. It looks kind of interesting. I might do it, I might not, or I might just save the yarn for a different project. But if I do make it, like always, I will show you guys the finished project. So, okay, you guys, I hope everybody is doing well, and I'm going to go ahead and go before I ramble for too long, as I do, and I will talk to you guys later.